good afternoon, anytime you're reading this. Welcome to another episode of the Act of God's Captive into Call of the Captives Diary, episode 12. Episode 12, season finale, written by Precious Chimu Obialor-Ukazim. Alright, so let's continue from where we stopped yesterday. Okay, so Onemeka shook his head, a humble smile spreading across his face. Honestly, I wouldn't want to assume the office of president, he said, his voice filled with confidence. I just want to serve in the music department as an instrumentalist. He told him, and the president was surprised, intrigued by Onemeka's response. He had expected him to jump at the opportunity, to seize the chance to lead the fellowship. But instead, Onemeka was humble, almost dismissive of the idea. Why not? You have all it takes to lead the fellowship. The president asked, genuinely curious. Onemeka's eyes sparkled with sincerity. That's a huge responsibility I'm not sure I'm prepared enough to carry. I feel playing instruments is where God has placed me for now, brother. He said, I honestly feel most alive when I'm serving in music and playing my instrument. I don't want to trade that for anything. He added, and the president nodded, impressed by response but held on to his conviction. He understands that the spirit of a true leader is not power hungry or eager for position or title, but about serving others and using one's gift to make a difference. I understand, brother Nemeka, he said, his voice filled with sincerity. But just know that God doesn't seek our consent before choosing us. He predestined us even before we ever had a choice to decide whether or not we want to become a leader. The president told him, and Nemeka smiled warmly. You are right. God will help us, he said. I will always be here to serve. He replied. Then they shook hands and the president exchanged numbers with him before they finally parted ways. When Nnemeka got to his hostel and settled into his hostel room, he replayed his conversation with the president in his mind, and he couldn't shake off the feeling that he had revealed too much. He wondered why he was so open, so free with someone he barely knew. A pang of guilt crept in as he replayed their conversation, cringing at his own words. Had he spoken too much? Been too forward? Nnemeka's mind was a jumble of self-doubt and uncertainty. It felt like he spoke too much, more like a talkative, and he felt embarrassed about it. But as he sat there on his bed, a thought nudged him. What if it was God who spoke through you? What if that meeting was more than just a coincidence? Did you hear when he said he was blessed? Emeka's eyes widened as he considered the possibility. He felt a sense of peace wash over him, and his doubts began to fade. He sighed, realizing he had been so caught up in his own fears, doubts, self-condemnation that he had forgotten about God's sovereignty. He took a deep breath, letting go of his anxiety. He knew he had been exactly where God wanted him to be, and their conversation was a divine connection. Just as he was settling with his thoughts, his phone rang, breaking his silence. He glanced at the screen and saw it was his HOD calling. Nnemeka's eyes widened in surprise. He had his HOD's contact on his phone for months, but had never mustered the courage to call. He had always thought the man was unapproachable and intimidating, and now he was calling him out of the blue. Hello, sir. Nnemeka answered, wondering why his HOD was calling. The HOD's voice was icy, sending a chill down Nnemeka's spine. Nnemeka Obiora, I've just received word that you've been going around reporting me to the Vice Chancellor, making false allegations against my person. He accused, I want you to know that I've been fired because of your action, and I'll make sure you pay for this. He threatened, and Nnemeka was taken aback, his mind racing to process the accusation. Sir, I have no idea what you're talking about, he said, trying to keep his voice calm. I've never reported it to the VC, and I don't know anything about this, he said, confused but confident. The HOD's voice was skeptical, and Nnemeka could sense a hint of uncertainty. Don't play dumb with me, Nnemeka. I got my information from a reliable source, and I know what you're capable of. Now you've succeeded in getting me fired. You'll regret this, the HOD said, and the call ended abruptly, leaving Nnemeka feeling stunned and confused. What was going on? Who could be behind this false accusation? He felt a sense of unease, wondering if he was in danger of being wrongly accused or punished. Yes, That is how God will be removing all our enemies one after the other. And when He catch them finish, they will now start looking for who do them and who no do them. You got to with not there's no reliable source anyway. He's just looking for someone because he knows they all of them they know what they did. Because if he's actually innocent, there's no reason for him to be fired. Because this guy came to meet you and you sent him out of your office without doing anything about it. So you're telling me all of a sudden you feel it's, people should not stress me. But then, are you like Ulemeka that after talking, you suddenly feel like you're talkative and let's say because you're an introvert? I guess most introverted people have this notion. They feel that when they talk or later their mind, they feel they've talked too much, they talkative. But somehow, you don't know that you have actually blessed the soul. I think introverted people, apart from the fact that you guys are always inside and you don't talk, maybe sometimes you don't know how much your talking can help, not just you, but help others. Maybe you guys should start playing. You come and learn for us, we'll teach us to them. But not all talking, at least, not all talking means you're a talkative or a parrot. Sometimes talking eases you yourself as a person and it like makes you breathe out and lessen a lot of weight that you have put on you. Anyway, thank you. In the next episode, we will know what is happening. Whether Unemeka, what happened to him, or who, whether is he the one, but I'm very sure he's not the one because he didn't report anyone to anybody. So the HOD should go and look for who exactly. If he's not careful, they will fire him and even fire him out of the town safe job. Anyway, God bless you and have a beautiful and great day. God bless you. See you in the next episode. Bye bye.